Have you seen the cost of doggy enrichment toys recently? I mean, these things are fun, but man, they are pricey. And you really have to have at least a few different kinds to keep it novel and interesting for your dog. But don't fall for every ad your social media feeds you. Now, those enrichment toys are great, but you can make your own too. This week, my team and I headed to our local home improvement store. Our mission? To make some fun enrichment toys for cheap. Now, some of the stuff you might already have at home, and it can definitely be repurposed for other uses when you're done. Let's show you all the fun stuff we created. Michelle here with How to Train a Dream Dog. So before we do the big reveal of our fun activities, let's keep in mind our overall goal for the dog. And we want our dog to use his or her brain to solve some kind of puzzle or a problem. Most of the time, this means moving something around in order to get something of value, like a treat. So it could also be that your dog is figuring out a problem, like learning what you're teaching. Now, both of those are good for doggy brains, and it's gonna help him or her nap better when you're done. Now, we showed you a puppy onion game in one of our other YouTube videos, and that's been a big hit with our students, or rather their puppies. Now, it's not actually an onion because those are toxic for dogs, but instead, it's how we layer the toys and treats together, like the many layers of a real onion. We also came up with some fun stuff at the dollar store, but what else can we do to give those canine brains a workout? Well, my team member Allison headed to the store to find something for Lincoln. Lincoln is a professional at Bump It, so that gave Allison a good idea about some push button lights.
100% gonna train him to bump this light, turn it on. Perfect.
She decided to train Lincoln to turn the lights on and off. What a great idea to keep from tripping over the dog toys in the dark. The process to teach this wasn't really hard. He knew what to do when the light was in Allison's hand. It just took a bit of coaxing to convince him to do it when it was on the wall. But a little bit of smeared cheese will do the trick. This is what we call luring. It's one of the ways we teach our dogs to do what we want when they don't exactly know what we're expecting of them. Now, once we've lured them into the skill, we mark it with a yes and reward with a treat. Then we just repeat that to really maintain that strong connection in the canine brain. Next, Allison picked out some bungee cords.
So I feel like we can set up a little kind of DIY limbo course for Lincoln to go over and under. I think I'm gonna get these.
Lincoln is a pretty good obstacle course competitor, as you saw in our video on building your own obstacle courses. Allison decided to use the cords for Lincoln's limbo game. Lincoln has jumped over things like hula hoops, but this is the first time Allison taught him to go under. He tried to play Bump It with the bungees a few times, but Allison was patient and took it a little slow. He then figured it out. Now, of course, treats were involved, especially in the early stages of teaching, but pretty soon he was happy to do it for kibble. Allison also found a few other things that would be fun, including some different textures for walking, and a box that would be great for a platform for Lincoln to jump on. Oh, and Lincoln suggested she get a roll of paper for his daily shredding enrichment.
Packing paper for my professional shredder, 100%.
Now, when I went to the store, I found so many things that would be great for fun games and activities, like the plastic storage crates and bendy tubes from the plumbing section. I did check the garden area in case there were any pet-safe plants. Now, I didn't get any plants on my trip to the store. It really wasn't the right season, but I think my dogs would have loved a raised, sniffy garden. Now, I could have grabbed some pet-safe plants like mint and lavender, lemon balm, or sage. Do you remember this video? All right, in this video, I said that having some fun sniffs for your dog while you're outside is one of the strategies for preventing digging where you don't want it. Offer your dog other things to do that are incompatible with the unwanted behavior. Hey Google, remind me to make a sniff garden in April. All right, here are a few things I decided to make for my pups while on my shopping trip. I stumbled across the PVC section. It was almost overwhelming, but I just knew that there was something I could do with all of those pieces. I decided to use the crisscross drain top to make an awesome sniff box for some scent work for Pickles. I like them because they're pretty open and they allow for a lot of scent, but he won't be able to eat the things that are inside. so I can use a variety of options.
Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy.
Next, I got a brick with cutout spots for lumber. The bricks serve as holders for 2x4s, and you can get someone in the lumber area to cut a few pieces of wood if you don't have a saw at home. It was really easy to build my own little jumping activity. I'm going to be using this for a little obstacle course for Pickles. Keep in mind that even if you've already done an obstacle course, you can always change it up and use different items for new courses. Dogs love novelty. I like to add in some things that Pickles knows and are easy for him, and then add a few new things that are a little harder. That's a great way to work your dog's brain. All right, next up, our team member Caitlin. She and Peach, they've been working on their therapy certification, so she definitely wanted to get Peach something for a job well done. Caitlin found some inspiration in the paint department. Paint roller tray? No. Licky mat for Peach. Yes. Peach got a great little licking activity with coconut oil and pet safe peanut butter. Now this needed a little human help because the tray was a little light and didn't stay in place. That's okay. Peach licked it clean and seemed pretty happy. Safety tip: if you have a super chewer, make sure he or she doesn't chomp down on the plastic. While Caitlin was at the store, she saw some free carpet samples that would be great for mini snuffle mats, or even a go-to-your-place training. There was also some little planters and a bucket that would also be great turned upside down for a fun find-it game. The traffic cones make good agility obstacles for leash walking practice too. All right, the second thing Caitlin purchased was a box to make a DIY sniff box. She could have put holes in the lid to make it an outdoor sniff box with leaves or sticks inside, but she chose to fill it up with small towels, pieces of cardboard, crumpled up paper, and some kibble. Peach loved it. And both of these were under $10. So you can see how much cheaper it is to DIY your own enrichment toys. All right, who's loving all this info on cheap and fun enrichment ideas? If that's you, let us know. Subscribe to the channel, send this video to a friend, or give us a super thanks. We love making these videos for you, and we love to know that you love them too. All right, we've got some more fun stuff to share with you from the home improvement store. We've got another Caitlin on the team, and she's got 3 awesome dogs, so she wanted to get something she could use for all 3. She found 4 great square bricks that she decided to use for stairs. Now her sweet dog, Ziggy, he's undergoing some physical therapy, so it will be a good idea and activity to help him build up some rear end awareness and hip strength. So she got some very specific information from her canine physical therapist on how tall the stairs could be. So if you're gonna do something similar, check it out with a professional to get the details on how to do it safely. Caitlin has a big dog, Chomper, and these stairs seem a little small for him, but that's actually part of the puzzle that Chomper has to solve. Now, we wouldn't want to make a small dog navigate stairs that are too big. That could also be unsafe. But it's fine to make a bigger dog navigate some stairs that are a little too small. Chomper worked hard to problem solve this enrichment game. Caitlin has a lot of dog toys, so she decided to teach her dogs how to clean up after themselves.
So, depending on how big your dog is, you can use something like this if he's short, or if he's a little bit bigger, you can use the classic Home Depot bucket as your bucket for your cleanup games, which is where you teach your dog to put his toys away.
And if you've been tuning in to our awesome videos, you saw us teach the toy naming game in this video. And the cleanup game is an extension of that, where you can ask your dog to clean up his toys. All right, you can either ask for a general clean up all the toys, or you can make it a little more challenging and a little more brain work and ask for one specific toy at a time. Either way, it's a win-win for you and your dog. You get a clean house, he gets an enrichment activity, and then you both can rest and relax. All right, if you are not feeling very creative, just go to the store and just pick stuff up. Put it in your hands. Imagine your dog next to it and think, how could you manipulate it to the right size for your dog? Think of how it would change if it gets wet. New textures, you could put some scent on it and hide it for scent work. But what if you're not a DIYer? What if you really just prefer to order something online and have it delivered to your door? No shame in that. Sometimes you just don't have time to be making up your own games. And if that's you, then check out this video next. I've taken some of the guesswork out of shopping and I've reviewed some of my favorite treat dispensers. that are easy to plug and play. And you can put different things inside to create novelty. And it'll save you a trip to the home improvement store. However you choose to provide an enriching life for your dog, he or she will be glad you did. And we'd love to hear about what you did with your dogs. So share them in the comments so we can all learn from each other. All right, this is Michelle, your favorite DIYer and super shopper dog trainer, signing off.